You think the reason you're stuck is because you don't have enough willpower? That is completely wrong. The truth is, your subconscious controls 95% of your life, which means no matter how disciplined you think you are, if your baseline identity is weak, you always fall back to the guy who scrolls, who skips, who self-sabotages. And today I'll show you a mental trick that raises that baseline. So you stop operating like a person who's sometimes disciplined and start operating like a higher self version you know you're capable of. Every time you failed at a habit, at a routine, at an identity, it wasn't because you're too weak. It wasn't because you didn't want it bad enough. It was because your subconscious didn't believe that you were kind of a person who would be able to take that challenge. Think about it. If your baseline is a guy who always quits, no matter how many day planners you buy, you will end up returning to the guy who quits, to your baseline. Willpower is limited. You can wake up super motivated and go on to a war. But by noon, when it depletes, when it's gone away, when life throws some distractions at you, willpower burns out. And that's why you relapse, you skip workouts, or abandon your project, stop working on your goals. The subconscious drags you back to where you belong, to your home base. The fix isn't more motivation, it's changing the home base itself. So the mental trick is pretty easy and simple. Raise your identity baseline. You don't try to force discipline on your old version. You kill the older version and step into the new one. So here's an example. Imagine you have an iPhone, that iPhone 6 Plus, that came out like a decade ago. You wouldn't force iOS 26, which just came out a couple months ago, onto that phone. Why would you? The phone will literally burn out. It literally cannot handle. So what do? You switch the phone. You need to upgrade the phone itself first. And then you can run the higher level of software on it. Before I go into how you can actually kill your old identity and move into your higher self version of you, how you can trash that iPhone 6 and buy the latest iPhone version, whichever recently came out, I just want to say, if you're liking these videos, please subscribe and like. That's one thing that helps me the most. And if you do, I really appreciate your scrolling and just tapping. I know, it's annoying. I know it's annoying, but it's extremely helpful. So let's get back into it. Step one, you need to find your real why. Most people's goals are surface level. I want money. I want a car. I want a house. I want abs. That's not enough. That's not a goal. That's a wish. You have to dig deeper. Keep asking why until it hurts. For me, it wasn't about YouTube views or subscribers or freaking fame. I don't even know how many subscribers I have actually. For me, it was I didn't want to keep driving and delivering packages for Amazon. I didn't want to be just another old uncle who drive taxi for their living at the age of 65. I didn't want to be one of the uncles who live in a trailer park and goes out and hustles at nightclubs selling flowers. I respect them for doing what they need to do, but it's scary for me. I would never want to be that. That pain gave me leverage. Your true why has to scare you. It has to feel like failure will cost you more, something real. If you don't do this, the later pain is a lot worse. That's how it should feel. Step two, create your higher self. Once you know your real why, now you need to visualize the version of you that has already achieved. I picture myself every single day running multiple businesses, making these videos every single day. I wake up thinking about this. I go to sleep thinking about it. And that's not metaphorical, it's literal. I wake up thinking about this and I go to sleep thinking about this, about my future self. I think about my daily routines. In 5 years, in 2 years, in 10 years, in 30 years, 40 years, your brain can't really distinguish between imagined versus real. And consistent visualization rewires the subconscious, which literally controls 95% of your actions. So here's the rule. Your current self and your higher self cannot coexist. They cannot exist both at the same time. Every aligned action you take is killing the old one. That whether that's locking into your cup, whether that's making content every day, whether that's going to the gym every single day, whether that's keeping your phone away, feeds that higher self version of you and kills the guy who always gives up version of you. Step number 3, combating resistance. Your old self fights back with resistance. Just scroll a bit, do it tomorrow, you're too tired. That's weapon of your old self, your old version. And here's how you disarm it. Step 1, aligned action. Don't argue with your old resistance. You need to shut off your brain and act. If my brain says, oh, I don't feel like making the video, I do not care. I don't care. I don't care what my brain is telling me. I don't know if you understand that. You do the act. Start the workout. Hit the record button. Open the document. Step number 2, bumpers. I didn't leave this office for comfort. I didn't leave this office for the beauty. I didn't leave this office to show off. I leave this office because it aligns my actions, because there are no distractions here, there's no parents here, there's no friends here who are all those things that are distracting me. The environment makes it easier for you to do the thing that you want to do when you slip, when you don't want to, when it doesn't feel like it. So you have to build your environment which supports that. Step number 3, pain versus pain. When resistance peaks, you need to double down. If I want to stop editing, guess what? We're completing it. If I don't feel like doing another set, guess what? We're doing another set. And it's not just for the ego. It actually rewires your subconscious that, oh, if I keep telling myself I need to stop doing something, that means I still have to do even more. And guess what? Your subconscious stops telling you that. The resistance stops because you are punishing your pain with pain. Slowly but surely it stops testing you. Step number 4 is you need to maintain clarity. The easiest way to slip back into your old version of yourself is when you forget your why. You need to keep zooming out and remember where you headed. Every time you forget, the baseline kind of drops. And every time you hold the vision, the baseline rises. So the mental trick is raise your baseline identity by killing the old baseline. Through aligned actions, bumpers, which is your environment, and doubling down on resistance. Willpower will fade. Momentum goes away. But your systems and identity sticks. So if you want a full structure that erases the willpower, I have my reset kit linked down below. I'll really appreciate if you check it out. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is my comeback and this can be yours too. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.